Welcome everyone to an arena video. This is Andrea Mengucci and this video is sponsored to you by channelfireball.com and Ultimate Guard.
That's again. No, door. Open the door. Ah, the cat. Regular, wild. But it's not a regular wild because it's spelled... Okay, that's my keep. I was playing this deck with like some free cantrips in this format. That's also nice. Oh, the green-white planeswalker? It's not very powerful, right? That planeswalker does seem to me like they didn't want to print a very good planeswalker, and they were like, let's print this, it's gonna be safe, nobody will complain. Yeah, Ashiok's nice, but it costs 5, so 5 mana planeswalker can never be that good. Like, even Teferone wasn't like... It was like the best, but it wasn't like insane, you know? It wasn't like... There's no way I can beat it. So as long as they print 4 or 5 mana planeswalker, that's perfect. Alright, let's fire... This should be a mirror match. Or maybe it's a blue-red flash. Blue-red flash could be a problem here. I'm gonna keep on top another Teferino just in case we play against blue-red flash. Yeah, I like Ashiok a lot too. Yeah, let's just start off with my Teferis. Counter. Okay, so blue-red flash. Let's see how does this matchup go. Yes. That's why Legacy is a great, incredibly good format. GWV. Because in Legacy, the format is incredibly unfair, right? It's so unfair. Yet, the best decks in the format are the fair one. Imagine what a wonderful word is to just have such an unfair format like Legacy, but be the best deck to see like Delver of Secrets and like Miracle. Vintage isn't. Yeah, but like vintage isn't because there's like a bunch of decks that don't interact with you and that sucks. And they're good, like Dredge and Shops. But like honestly, if you go to a tournament, you very hardly play against those. Everybody just wants to have fun with blue decks. Okay, what do we do? I'm just gonna keep on because Bone Crusher Giant is very good here. Or okay, I have a plan. I'm gonna put a stop in my opponent's upkeep. Yeah, I'm gonna play a tap land and I'll pass. Look at me. Look at this now. No, look at me. Just look at this. Look at me. Okay, upkeep. I'm going to Bone Crusher Giant this Bramble Catherine. Now my opponent can't pump it because we're in his upkeep, in their upkeep. Okay, so now if my opponent wants, they have to counter this Bone Crusher G. Opponent should read. Oh wow, they're killing their own Bone Crusher Giant to counter my Bone... That's a weird play, opponent. Okay, so they're killing their own Bramble Cutthroat to make me fizzle the Bone Crusher Giant, because now the Stomp will not have a target, and he will die. That's some unexpected play, I would say. I don't suggest you to do that play at home. Okay, so I really love a Cavalier of Gales now. Opponent could have Essence Counter, whatever it's called, Essence Scatter. No, Essence Counter. Whatever. I'll still play the Cavalier of Gales. Some sort of Essence Counter. And I already hit my land drops, so I'm just gonna put about top 2 land. And this is the great card about the Cavalier of Gales, is that it's such a card advantage card. And now look at this eye on the Sphinx. The eye on the Sphinx will disappear as soon as I resolve this brainstorm. Because what's gonna happen is my opponent, we play the brainstorm, so my opponent shouldn't know that we still kept the Sphinx. So if you ever play Cavalier of Gales in paper and you have a card revealed like a Sphinx, you should just pick it up if it's on the table revealed and just shuffled, because your opponent is not allowed to know if you leave it on your hand or put it on top. I was thinking about Essence Capture. Yes, thank you. Yeah, Cavalier of Brainstorm is what we have here. Opponent's playing, I think, a weaker strategy than ours, as it's not really functioning, so we are happy about it. And I keep on playing my Cavalier of Brainstorms here. I shocked myself to play around Quench and have Justice Strike up. It feels pretty nice that we are playing a card like Cavalier of Guilds when they are playing a card like Bramble Cutthroat. Given that, you know, sometimes Bramble Cutthroat is a good card, but I'm just happy to be on this side. They go Brazen Borrower here. Oh, Bone Crusher Giant. Yes, you can deal me 2 damage. Now look at this Quench, guys. Look at this Quench. Boom! And opponent goes like, wait, you're not allowed to add cards to your deck. You should only net deck in Standard. You can't add a Quench. That's just not how it works in Standard. And they explode. Yeah, you're not allowed to have Quenching Fires. Because this is a counter. I can only play counter, they say. Breaking back Mana Leak? Oh yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. It's unreal how I pick is a Mana Leak in Cube. Like yesterday, I think I picked Mana Leak. No, my friend to my right picked Mana Leak over some like unreal good cards. I don't remember right now. Okay, so I want Tide Faker, which I'm not really a fan of. Like, I don't know. Let's bring it in. Bone Crusher G, Justice Strike, Disputes. I don't like Ether Gusts. Okay, so I like to board out with a bunch of Fires and some Cavalier just to trim my curve. As always, Shimmer, because I am not a fan of that card. Kenrith just doesn't seem good at all. Net deck police here. Also, I wanted to ask you about the meaning of the word scumbag. So, what is scum exactly? Is it dirt? Like, I know that the whole thing means, like, bad person. But what does exactly mean that? Gross slime. Okay, gross slime. I'm gonna bottom everything here. I'm looking for a white source. The stuff on top of the water. Ooh, I see. Thanks. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna bottom every card that isn't a white source right now. Excesses waste that collects at the top of decomposing dead material. Scoria. I see. Okay. But that's a very weird way, right? Scumbag. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel very good. You know what also doesn't feel very good? That my opponent is playing a Bramble Cutthroat and we're gonna Bone Crusher Jogurd or not. Oh, main phase opt. This means only one thing. Opponent's mana screwed, and we will gladly enjoy it. No, they leave it on top, so they found the land. Oh no, more opt. Bottom. Do they have a land? Oh, look at this. They played opt just to... That's funny. I'm just gonna stomp them and cast a 4/3. Just a good old pressure. Under pressure. A good old pressure. Boom. Bone Crusher G. And they explode. I feel like, oh, I'm so unlucky. So unlucky. My flash deck does not have lands. All I got is those counter magic that become worse and later in the game. Do you have the same cyber plan for a Simic Flash? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, my friend. I don't have plans. I don't have plans right now. I'll see. I'll make plans later. So what happens is I've played Standard. Sorry, I've played Historic for 7 days, which I truly enjoyed. Truly enjoyed playing Historic. But now a lot of people have asked me, hey Mengu, what would you play this weekend in the PTQ? And I'm like, I would play Jeskai Fires. And so today, here I am, opening Sphinx with the Foresight in every single hand. Hello, says JRR2. Let's answer with a low. Thanks to Jace TMS MTG. Alright, what about these cards? So opponent play what? Secret Foundry. Secret Foundry, I smell Mirror Match. Actually, I could need a Candy Tea. I could use a Candy Tea. I'm gonna just draw the Kenrith. It's not as good as a Teferi. Or maybe Cavalier of Gales. I'm gonna play a mountain here, because if they play the fairy, I have to quench. He's a fan of the stream. Very nice to know. There it is, Teferino. So this is the mirror match. So we're gonna quench that Teferino. We're gonna draw another Fires of Invasion, which is not very good, because one is enough. Nice. Yes, Jace TMS. If you have to ask something at Canister, it's always better to ask at me. No, I'm joking. If you have to ask something about Canister, you're very right, because he's a very good player. Okay, let's play the best card in matchup, which is Fires of Invasion. Now let's play... I think I'm gonna play Sphinx. Like, I think I wanna wait on the Solar Blaze. Like, opponent could just play like a bunch of... I don't know, a Cavalier now, and we trade, and... I don't know, whatever. Let's see what happens now. What's the Ashiok in Italian name? Are you ready to know what's the Ashiok in Italian name? I'll tell you now. It's Ashiok. I know that's very surprising. You would never have seen that comment, but that is actually what it is. Okay, they go Cavalier of Gales. Ashioketto. Asciocco. It could be Asciocco. Ooh, look at this quench with the Fires of Invasion. Do you want to find the combo deck? There it is. I just gave you one. Alright, let's play Solar Blaze to kill that. And then I'll play Kenrith. Give it haste. And attack. And then I'm gonna draw a card with Kenrith in my opponent's turn. I'm gonna fetch now. Ashiokino. Ashiokino's also nice. Reminds me of Shrek for some reason. Alright, I'm gonna get a mountain. I'm in plains. I think I'm gonna get mountain. I don't know why. Alright, let's play Kenrith for free. Then I'll pay a red, give this haste, attack for 5, and then I'm gonna draw a card in my opponent's turn. Hello, Neodim. Back to work. Nice. Yeah. Look at my hand. Just waiting for a Cavalier of Flames to just get cycled. Why is Quench in the deck? When my opponent played a Teferi in turn 3 and we quenched it, my opponent didn't say, oh, why do you play Quench in your deck? We play only 2, right? Oh no, fires! Okay, results. Opponent drew fires, unfortunately. I guess we made them... They played a Brainstorm and then the Scry too, so... That was obviously good. Nice leaves, by the way, opponent. I like Cryptic Command. It was good 5 years ago. Now Cryptic Command costs 1. They reprinted Cryptic Command green at 1 mana, so it's tough to compete. Alright, I'll bounce one of these, I guess. If they bounce any... Yeah, they bounce that one. That's smart. That's very smart to bounce fires, because it means that I can't play this and draw a card. I just can't do anything, because I have literally nothing to do here. So I'll play a Temple, I'll scry a land on the bottom. I'll attack the Fairy. Or maybe attack face. I mean, what does the Fairy do? Very little. Wow, we are losing this game. That sucks. That sucks! Che palle. Alright, let's attack them and pass. Right? I just want to draw a card off the Fairy. Or I can play Fires, but if they have another Fairy, it sucks because I just don't draw a card here. I'll just pass here. Nah. I mean... What do I do? Fires and draw. I wish I had a Black Lotus, but unfortunately I can't play Fires and draw. Unfortunately, Black Lotus is not in my hand. What do we do? They're an 8. Okay, I'll play Fires, just because if I don't play Fires, I basically can't do anything. Like Quench does nothing, they have Fires, so also the Fairy. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, play both. Yeah, I should have played both. You're right. I should have played both the Fires. You're totally right. Yeah. A little rust on my Fires gaming. I haven't played Fires in like a week. Fires is a deck I made Mythic last season with, but then this season I just played Historic, and we got there in 16 hours from Platinum 4 to Mythic with historic decks. You can check all my decks on ! decks, and I've used mainly a ramp deck, zombie deck, and I've used the Sultai Dread Elementals decks in historic. I think if you want to make Mythic, historic is the best. Oh wow! Look at this big brain Mengu. Look at this big brain Mengu. I mean, I'm gonna lose regardless here because they have mana and I don't. But Fire's Invasion is safe in my hand. Can you imagine having 2 mana up to counter things? Oh no, can you imagine countering Kenrith? That would have been fun. Alright, attack me for 5. I draw Porca Madosca un'altra terra. Let's play it. Dai, 5 drop. Alright, let's play Fires and Justice Strike. And then, if they want to do something weird, we can just play another Quench. What happens with the Fairy and Fires? Yeah, I can't cast my opponent. I can't cast spell on my opponent turn. Legend spoilers excite me. Yes, they really excite me. You know what excites me the most? Excite me the most? The Ulo. Maybe I was not supposed to play Fires. Yeah, maybe I was not supposed to play Fires. Should have just kept it in my hand. I don't know. Nah, because if I draw a Cavalier, then I can just cast 2 Cavaliers in a row now. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Cavalier 5. Nope. Alright, I'll pass. Wish Use Quench was another card. Teferino. So now we remove a way to play Quench, which is by bouncing this Fires, but we just replace it with another one to not be able to play Quench. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Let's draw Cavalier of something. Ooh, lifelink. Nice. Opponent. For future, Aguro Castle Vantress for the future. Future for Castle Vantress. Yeah, if only Quench was a normal Shimmer, I agree. If only. Okay, we're not dead yet. Not dead yet. Very likely something's going to happen, but... Yeah, playing Fires was bad, but what if they play Teferi and I draw, you know, a Cavalier of Gales? Then I want to be able to... Whoa, large raid from Voxy. Good morning, everybody. Good night, everybody. I don't know where you're from. Thank you very much, Voxy. This is Mango Stream. We are playing Jeskai Fires. We have Quench and Fire's Invasion in the same deck. Yes, you're not reading it wrong. We also have a lot of Clarions. A lot of cool emoji. A lot of cool emoji as they enter the raid. I wish one day my viewers will also not spoiler, but put all this nice emoji when I raid someone. Have a great stream. Bye everyone. Bye bye Voxy. Thank you. Alright, I'll bottom both of the Clarions and now clap my hand. Boom boom boom. Cavalier. Ma manco per cazzo. Alright, good game. Kev. What's Kev? Kek W. Let me just Google that. Whenever I don't know anything, something, I'll just doodle. Kek W. Oh, Kek W. Oh, Kek W is the Spanish guy without teeth. Is that Kek W? Must be nice to just be a good old Spanish old man and then just becoming a meme. I imagine, you know, that guy just right now living his life. Right now it's 9:41 in Spain, so that guy's probably still sleeping for like at least 2 hours. Then he's gonna wake up, have the tostitas, just enjoy his day, maybe laughing from time to time, and then in the meanwhile, the whole world says Kev in the, you know, around the world. Okay, I want to disenchant. I've heard rumors that Tide Taker is good on the play. But will I trust the rumors about the Kree being good? Sorry, Tide Taker be good on the play? Who knows? One thing I know, that Quench is great. That I can just tell you for sure. You know what? I think I want to have all the Justice Strike as a way to deal with War Boss, but also Sphinx. And I casually reach the 60 card soil with a pretty good deck list, I would say. So let me just roll with the following deck list. Quench is great Voot. You saw Quench is useless most of the time. Were you here when we countered Teferi on turn 3? Or when we countered, what was it? Ionize? From, I don't remember. Ooh, beautiful hand. By beautiful, I mean land. Why didn't you double Clarion? I did not double Clarion because I was very behind there, right? If I double Clarion, I survive, but they scry with the Cavalier of Gales, and then they have Castle Vintress, which I can use 2 times, in my turn and in their turn. So I'm very likely going to die that game very easily. So the way I can win this game is by top decking a Cavalier of Gales into something else. So it's very important to understand when it's time to just hope to get lucky and not just play to survive. In Magic, sometimes you play to survive and sometimes you play to win. Sometimes it's good to play to survive because you can have some outs, you know, that can just give you some great draws. But that window to me wasn't a play to survive time. Yeah, I'm just going to play Temple of Epiphany. I'm not representing counters. Maybe I was supposed to play Temple of Epiphany last turn. Buongiorno, champion. I understand, Soyberry. Thank you for giving us your reasoning to not like Quench. Okay, they don't have Teferino, but they do have something. I have a lot of Disenchant. That's something that I have for sure. I'm gonna play a top land here. I don't want to shock. This could be relevant. Is the new Ash? Yeah, Ashiok. Yeah, Ashiok is good. I think Ashiok is good. I think Ashiok is gonna be good. I've wrote an article. I don't know if you read it already. For channelfireball.com. So we go Justice Strike on the Sphinx. We untap and play Cavaliers of Galon. I'm gonna shuffle away probably 1 Disenchant. No, I think 2 lands could also be 2 lands here. Gonna shuffle 2 lands. Is Quench basically Mana Lake? It's way worse than Mana Lake. The difference between 2 and 3 mana, it's very, very large. I would say that the ranking is Mana Lake, Sense, or Quench. Okay, they play Cavalier Flame. So we are not drawing fires, unfortunately, both of us. I wish my opponent would have drawn it, so at least we could have disenchanted. But they're not. So what I'm doing here is... okay, what did I discard? And now the game is going pretty late, so it is possible my opponent is not finding any. What if I just go Cavalier and discard like basically every card in my hand? What do you guys think of that play? I think it's not bad, right? I think it's not bad. I could be I think maybe I can keep 1 Disenchant. Okay, let's keep 1 Disenchant. I'll tell you also this thing about Quench. Is that, okay, I'll replace my hand way worse cards. I'll play Temple first. You usually want to scry 1 first and then 2. That's like the sequence of scrying. Because if you scry 2, it's more likely that you find a good card. And then you just don't want to put that on the bottom. Okay. We attack and we pass. Is reasonable to set a Fires of Invasion? No. Fires of Invasion is very good. You think Weirworld Denial will be an important counterspell? Oh yes, Whirlwind Denial will be a very important counterspell. So I think why I think Quench is good in this deck is that this deck has a lot of ways to get rid of cards later in the game. For example, you have Cavalier of Gales and Cavalier of Flames to get rid of the card. So if the card has been good on turn 2 or 3, then sure, you got your counterspell. If the card has been bad, you can just shuffle it away in some various ways. Of course, you can just draw Quench and not find Cavaliers, but I think that this, among many decks, is one that could use Quench in the best way. Cavalier Flame attacks. You want to come to Italy and live in Sambuca? That's nice. I don't know what their city is, but I can tell you that Sambuca is a very famous drink. Sambuca. It's like an alcohol. Bene, that's a good draw. That's a great draw. So we're gonna go Fires plus Cavalier. Discard a lot of my cards. I'm on 14. I could die to a Cavalier. Let's check that. Let's remember that. So I might just not be attacking here. Okay, I think I have a play. I just play Cavalier of Gales here. That's gonna be my play. And just get another free brainstorm. It's not free. Just get another brainstorm. Okay, that's a lot of good cards. Gonna get rid of a land and the Teferino. It's very important to put the cards back in the right way, so that if your opponent kills, so if your opponent kills the Gales, you can just shuffle. So let's not just put two cards at any random, because you're gonna draw it, you know. You enjoyed the Gloomshot Boucher video. I'm glad to hear. That deck is, I don't think it's very fun to play, but you know, if you're new to the format, it could be fun. Okay, so thankfully we played a blocker, so they can't kill me with a hasty threat here, but we can kill them with a hasty threat there. If you breed some Uno decks yet, I'm going to, after this stream, I'm going to play that. Okay, my opponent attacks. They're on 13. I very much think that they die, right? So I think I take the damage here. Yeah, I think I take the damage here. I can't really die, and they will, if they only put a blocker, they die. Okay, this should be game over. No, ma che cazzo dici? No, vabbè, dai. No, vabbè, dai, che... That's incredible. How? Like, I've never... I don't know, as last time that I expected something to happen so little. I would have never... Not a chance that I would have guessed that you bring Chance for Glory straight in the deck. It's not in the sideboard for Fires. Like, if there's Fail of Wishes, Chance for Glory, I can understand that. But literally putting Chance for Glory in your deck? Like, can you imagine that? Opponent deserves the win. Opponent deserves to win. Great win, opponent. Great win, opponent. Good game, good game. Probably the sideboard guy. I mean, opponent played Fail of Wishes in the main deck, so they clearly have that in the sideboard for Fail of Wishes reasons. Wow, JRR, you killed me so badly. Great job, great job. Great job, JRR. Very well played. I would have never expected to lose that game. Or at least not losing that way. Like, maybe I would have been, you know. Cyber guy for this deck. I don't quite have it on me right now, but I'm gonna be playing this deck for 4 hours. I also have a lot. Ooh, what do we do here? So I was looking for a Fate of Fires and Invention. I did not find it. You could take a Quench, but if opponent plays the Fairy, I basically just like do nothing. I just gotta take a Sphinx. You can check a lot of content about this deck, because I've played a lot of this deck. There's a sideboard guide on Twitter by Peter, yeah. But it's quite outdated, but still, it's better than nothing. So you can go on Twitter and follow Peter, yeah. I think opponent's playing Blue-White Control. So I'm going to play the Fairy. And they'll counter it. Ooh. Alright. Okay, we lost. Alright, good game. Can you imagine having a mystical dispute? Or just discarding them all? Puttana boia! Aia. Alright, we picked up a defeat. That's sad. I don't know. I have a box. I mean, no, I didn't buy. I have received a package of like 10. They're all the same. No point to spend something expensive if you're gonna replace them with in-ears. Soyberry 1, your point of view. I mean, to me, instead, it's the opposite. It feels so unreal to me whenever I see decks of people and they have like all these good cards and they have like the dirtiest sleeves, the dirtiest perfect sleeves. It makes me mad. It drives me crazy that people just spend money on cards and then they just leave them in the dirty sleeves. I just can't stand whenever I pick up a card to read of my opponent and I see the awfully dirty sleeves and I'm like, what the fuck? Like you spent, I don't know, let's say, I just really hate to see that. It's like buying a car and just always like I buy my new car. Okay, that's nice. I spent like $30,000 on it, sure. And then like you rain sand, then you just never clear it, never wash it. To me, it's just the same. And I feel kind of mad actually when I just pick up cars of my friends that play Legacy every day, and they're like these dirty sleeves. I'm like. It costs €4 to change the perfect sleeves, and people just never change perfect sleeves ever. Alright, Lucky Clover. Oh yes, look at this quench here. Boom. Look at this quench here. Could have been, I don't know what could have been. Definitely not a quench, if we don't put quench in our deck. Our opponent's 2 forest. Don't wear down. Oh, they definitely wear down Dragon Shield. Oh, by a very wide... They do wear down a lot, Dragon Shield. Of course, like every sleeve damages if you play with them a lot. I do play a lot of Magic. People could play way less Magic than I do. This is a very hard choice. I definitely don't take Quench because I'm gonna play Fire's Invention next turn. I think I'm gonna take a Cavalier. Just because we're at game 1, so I don't think they have very many ways to deal with fires. What do you mean perfect sleeves? Yeah, this. Perfect sleeves. This. The one that you put on the card before the big sleeves. We call them perfect sleeves in Italy. I don't know if you call them differently. There's like a Chinese booth. I actually don't know their name, but they sell it for €2. Like normally in the stores they're €4, and this Chinese booth at the GP sells it for €2. Whenever I play a GP, I always buy like so many from that booth because it's like it's insane. €2, you know. I don't know. I often change sleeves. Oh, so often I change perfect sleeves. But again, like I'm definitely like kind of addicted to changing perfect sleeves. I changed sleeves of my cube yesterday, and now it's like all perfect sleeves, all perfect sleeves, all new sleeves. It just feels so nice. Yeah. So yesterday, after I was leaving the cube for like 5 hours, my neck here and my thumb were hurting me. You beat me in Legacy? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna play Legacy side event in GP Austin. I got my deck ready to bring. Alright, so first thing first, you want to play Cavalier of... what do you want to play first? Cavalier, I think I'll play Cavalier of Flames first, and then Cavalier of Gales, because I have that fetch one already. No, I don't like to shuffle, no. I don't... Ooh, Canny. I guess Canny's better than Cavalier. Such a powerful card, Canny. No, I'll play Cavalier of Gales. So I'll play Cavalier of Gales. Come on, opponent. Come on, 1 year. You're paying $10 for 1 year. It's so much. So much. 1 year. Oh wow, that's my whole team. Okay, sure. I think I'm gonna rid of Sphinx of the Foresight. I've already played 2 spells, so we're gonna pass. What do you do for Austin? Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Ancona, Munich. Munich, Newark, Austin. That's gonna be my itinerary. It's gonna be my itinerary. I'll leave Ancona 6 a.m. and arrive Austin 11 p.m. with a 7 hours jet lagging process, so that's like 24 hours of traveling. Well, where I'll enjoy the Lufthansa services. Alright, classic shuffle and draw the card you left on top. Alright, what do we do? I'm gonna kick things off with a Cavalier of Gales. Have you been there before? Yep. Yeah, it's a nice place. I'll bottom these 2, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Then I'll play a Kenrith. I give haste to the Cavalier, to everything, but I'm not gonna trade the Cavalier of Gales, of course. I'll play a tap land and attack with the Cavalier of Wales. I know, I feel bad for you. No, it's fine. Like, in order to compete in these big professional events, you have to travel. It's like something that you just can't expect to be that, right? A professional or something and just stay home and play your card game. Your hometown is Austin, nice. Opponent's trying to fight, but it's gonna be hard for them to fight against my 2 flyers here. Am I lethal? I think I am lethal. You have a GP Pioneer tomorrow. I thankfully don't. Very much thankful I don't. I don't play Pioneer right now. Last time I checked, Mono Black was good, but I don't know. So how am I lethal? Sphinx of the Foresight, Cavalier of Flame. Yeah, I agree. Nurse is an awesome job, I agree, but nurses and doctor is that kind of job where as immediately someone finds out you are either a nurse or a doctor, they just start asking you things. You know, like they just start asking you, hey, right now my back hurts, what should I do? And you're like, you know? Whereas if you just play Magic, people go like, oh, this nerd, who cares, you know? So that's better. Okay. So what am I playing against? Oh, another Teamer deck. So on 2 Disenchant, I don't know what I want. I'll just board in 2 Disenchant only. I think this matchup is very good. I'm gonna leave the Quenching. Can I have your sideboard guide? Why did you put the... How are these called in English? Le virgolette? How are they called? No, thankfully Zoom Spell, nobody really plays Magic, so like nobody doesn't even know what it is in the real life of an Italian adult. But on the other hand, whenever you win some prize, they treat you like you win the lottery, and they go like, "Oh, you should teach me how to play it," which is not. I don't really suggest you say that, but alright, I gotta leave on top of Disenchant. I'm looking for lands, but Disenchant is very important. Oh, okay, I understand now. Magic players do ask that, but that's fine, right? Because they are Magic players, whereas doctor and nurses are just anyone in the world asks you for that, right? Whereas Like you just meet a person in the subway, and they go like, oh, blah blah blah. You understand me, right? I'm gonna go like this. So if I need to play a Disenchantor, I just strike I can. Yeah, wider demographic indeed. Obviously, if you go to a Magic tournament. Also, I don't know. You try not to meet people in the public transportation. Yeah, sure. I don't know. In general, let's say if you go on a, like old school met friends, all right, like a 10 years after or something like that. Sir Magic Pro, could you check out this lump on my back? Beanstalk Giant. Ah, capoia. Va bene, va bene, va bene. I'll go to my turn. I'm desperately looking for a land here. This enchant maybe was wrong. I was maybe supposed to not get it. Alright, land. Va benissimo. Thank you. No, I live in this very small town. There actually never been a store in my town. It's called Senigallia. We only play Legacy, Food Proxy, or Cube, my Cube. That's it. Is a streamer event the 10th? I don't know what you're talking. You're loving Commander and Brawl? That's great. That's great. It's very good to just find something that you like. You don't necessarily need to like something professional, you know? Oh, wow, that's their turn? That's it? Oh, I smell counter magic. Do you smell counter magic, guys? I smell counter magic. That's just exactly the smell of a counter spell. You have to sleeve your Pauper Cube. Yeah, I love sleeving cubes. I don't know, it's just something that makes me, like, I honestly couldn't wait for the time where I was going to do that. Like, every time we were cubing and I had dirty sleeves, I was like, I hate this. And now, like, these 3 days, I'm just cubing way more fun. I've lost, like, every match. I'm, like, 0-6 in my last 3 cubes. Or, like, 1-6. But other than that, I'm enjoying it a lot. Okay, so the 4 lands. What do they do with that? Nothing. Alright, I need to draw a land to cast the Cavalier of Guilds. Can I get an island? Somewhat an island. That's somewhat an island. I'm going to pass the turn here. You'll be like, Mengu, are you crazy? Why don't you cast your spell? You have 4 land. Like, you have to look at how is your opponent playing. My opponent's playing defensively. On turn 5, they just played, like, Kill My Teferi, go. Instead of playing all the other cards. So they clearly have a negate in their hand. So just play defense. Thank you, Aquarius. Okay, unfortunately, they keep on having their negate up, you see. Do you like people to proxy their Legacy decks? Oh, of course. Otherwise, they couldn't play. Legacy is such a big entry barrier. So you just can't play. Also, there's no store where we live. We just play on... the bars, basically, so you can do whatever you want. Like nobody knows the rules. I'm basically like I have to tell the rules, and sometimes I just don't know what happens. Okay, opponent's passing. Gonna go to my turn. Scry. That's on top because I need lands in order to cast all my expensive cards. We'll attack. Opponent has Ether Gust, and then just a bunch of things. Like look at their things there. I play Cavalier of Gales. Hello. Karamatsu. I'll put this back for sure, and yeah, this back because I'm not really using them right now because I'm just not playing any spell. I'm just playing all the creatures here. Yeah, I mean there are some cheap decks, of course, you can build, but it's also not very fun to just build one deck and then just always play that, which is why like changing is nice. Like, that's why playing on Arena I think is great, because you can just change that whenever you please. It's also way easier to just handle your collection and such. Do you drink more coffee or tea? I drink coffee. I don't really drink tea. I mean, whenever someone's making tea, I'll take it because, you know, it tastes fine, but it's not something that I... It's not something that I drink. That's not how we play in Italy. I mean, you don't say in Italy. It's just wherever I live, there's just not really Jeskai is your favorite choice for MCQ. It is. It is. You prefer American or Italian coffee? Italian coffee. Okay, opponent left casually up blue, red. Solar Blaze, no thanks. That's why we put it on top, because we would have scried to the bottom. Okay, I have exactly 7 mana. So, I'm going to be playing Teferi. The problem with playing Teferi Fires is that when Fires resolve, I can't do anything. I just gonna attack. Put my opponent to 1 life. So, you saw this game, right? You saw this game, ow. This game was important. This game was a good lesson, I think. Alright, anyway, what am I doing here? I wouldn't want to chuck this to and kill, because then Bone Crusher Giant kills the Flyers. And I'm like, any Flyers here is good. I'm just gonna... If I play the fair, they're gonna negate. So, do I just want to do that? No. I'm just gonna play Stem Vance and pass again. It's like you had a free tangle war the whole game. Exactly. But it's very important to play the game like that, right? Because they still have the negating end. Whereas if you cast this, they remove their negating end and then they can tap out. Whereas if you still have this in your hand, they still have their negate up. Okay? Anytime you tap out for this, they play negate, then they can tap out to play other cards. This is like playing limited. This is the same concept of limited. Time War makes everybody tap their things. Yeah, exactly. What about it to go Teferino into Clarion? No, because if I go Teferino, they go negate. Alright? Then they go Clarion, they can go Bone Crusher Giant and kill your Flyer. So, just pass the turn. They're on 1 life, you have 2 Flyers. They're just playing a strategy that can't really punish you them. I pay 4 and go Failed Wishes. Just for lifelink. Sure, but I'm on 17, right? I don't need to play a spell and 3 mana for that. Like, also my opponent is being afraid of me having 6 mana up. And I also have two instants in my hand that I could play around a dispute now. They get Mass Manipulation. They explode. Like, I would say that this game was a pretty important lesson on how to play against counter magic with these kind of decks, where you have a double plan. The first plan, of course, of playing Fires of Invasion is very good because it lets you cheat on mana. But when your opponent is boarding in answer for your A plan, then you just go for the B plan of just casting creatures and just win. Yeah. Coffee from South America. Yeah. Another thing that do you want to know the story about how pizza was born? Okay, now this is at least that's the legend. Okay, so the first ever pizza is margherita. Okay, so if you have Mango subscription, you can tweet Mango Pizza 1. So pizza margherita. Why is the name margherita? Margherita is a flower, but margherita was a queen of the kingdom of the Two Sicilies, which is the south of Italy. The south of Italy used to be this kingdom. And there was a Princess Margherita. So the Princess Margherita had a ship or whatever just come to America. Like, you know, everybody was going to America from Europe those days. And those kingdom was part of the Spanish kingdom. So the Spanish were very active in their troubles between Europe and North America. So they return and they find this tomato, because tomato didn't exist in Europe. Like, tomato wasn't existing in Europe. Tomato was found and discovered in North America. So they return from North America and go like, oh, look at this, you know, we make tomato. We found tomato. We're like, oh, that's cool. And then a chef made pizza for the first time with just bread, and he put on top tomato and mozzarella, which comes from cows. So pretty sure they have cows too. And yeah, that's how the first pizza was ever made, was during those times after the European colonialization of the North America from the Spanish. But it was done in the south of Italy, which was part of Spain back then. And that's how Margherita is the first real pizza because it comes from the name of the queen. And that's the end. And the Italians have been addicted to tomato ever since, indeed. Okay, I've drawn a good card here. Cold Fires of Invention. Have you heard of that? Why is everybody playing this deck? Come on, it's not even good. I'm playing against this deck every time now. Alright, I'll go Fires and I'll pass. I could play Teferi and pick it up, honestly. Yeah, I guess it's okay to do that, yeah. Because, like, this Teferi is not really, it's not really happening, so I'm just gonna plus this and pass. What about pasta? I don't have a story about that, sorry. I don't have a story about that. I feel so sorry for my opponent's deck. It's like, why? Yeah, American pizza is way different than the Italian one. I do appreciate that as well. It's just another dish, you know? But I like it too. Let's go Cavalier Flame, Summit 0, Haste. Nice what? Yes, and I'm not playing a deck that plays 4 mana. Wishes go. Yes, that is nice, I know. I know. What's your favorite pizza? Mozzarella? Question mark? Mozzarella is not a pizza. My favorite pizza is Margherita with sausages. Margherita with sausage. Alright, good game. I believe that the Asian pasta is made with rice, whereas the Italian pasta is made with grain. So that's the main difference between the Asian and the Italian. Okay, so I have Sideboarding 2 Disenchant. That is it, right? I think that's what I've been doing so far with a pretty good success. What do you think about people who use a knife to eat spaghetti? Hashtag me. So, I'll tell you the story. It's a funny story. GP Bologna, there's Michael Bonde and Thomas and Bolton are just outside the location, and they're like, "Hey Mengu, where should we go eat?" And I'm like, "Come with us," because we were like a large group, so 2 less, 2 more didn't really matter. So we were just like a group of like 12 people, 12 Italian people, and we added them. And we went to this restaurant and we eat pizza. But they were like, we want to eat carbonara because carbonara was like one of the best dish of Italian cuisine. And of course, they're from Denmark. In Denmark, you're obviously gonna get like an unplayable carbonara or something like that. So they wanted to do that. I'm like, okay, sure. You're gonna order carbonara, but also eat pizza because this pizza is good. I said, okay. And so the carbonara arrives, they receive the carbonara, and the first thing they do, as immediately as they put it on the table, they're ready with the fork and knife and just start cutting all the spaghetti. And we all around them go like, no. You know, don't do that. That was funny. That's the end of the story. But yeah, so apparently cutting spaghetti is a very typical Danish thing to do. Yeah, and we were all like laughing about it, but they were like, "Why? What's wrong with that?" Okay, so let's just bounce this guy. Whenever I got Teferi and Fires, it's just great because then the Fires will resolve the next turn. I'm gonna play something else next turn. Yeah, in Spain, they have this thing called fideuà, right? Or at least in Valencia. They have this this thing called fideuà, which is basically paella, but instead of the rice, they put like cut spaghetti. Like super short spaghetti. And I'm like, you know, why? You know, why do you have to cut spaghetti? Just use rice, right? Yeah, fideuà is from my town. Yeah, I've been to Barcelona with Javier last summer, and they really made me try everything. Fideuà from her sister was very nice, very good. Okay, so in the meanwhile, let's play some Magic here. I don't think I want to go Fires here. I'd rather go These enchant on the Lucky Clover, and then Bone Crusher Giant on the Edgewing Keeper to just stop my opponent engine from going. I will still on top with the Fairy so I can do the other things. I read about MTGA Rivals. When will event begin? Rivals are like the Serie B of MPL. So there's MPL and the second level is Rivals. It's not for everybody. It's just like 32 people that did well in 2000. Yeah. Alright, I played another Lucky Clover. I unfortunately don't have any good 5-drops to play here. So, what are my options? That is funny, but I don't think I want to cast Fires of Invention now. I just don't want to cast Fires of Invention now. I just want to have Quench up. So, I'm going to tap mana in a way where I can cast the two spells that I have in my hand next turn. Just playing Bone Crusher Giant passing the turn. This is a very unusual way to play this game, but I think it's okay. No, it's not. It's not Bondi. If you want to eat long pasta, you can't break it. If you want to eat short pasta, just buy short pasta. There's like plenty ways of... Look at this Quench. If we had played Fires, I wouldn't have been able to make this play. I've eaten paella. Oh, a lot of it, of course. I've been in Valencia so often now because of being a teammate of Javier. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoying this stream where I just talk about literally everything, and in the meanwhile, just making perfect plays. Gravedigger. I just can't wait to open this 3 Terrace pack because this red thing kills me so much. Just please go away. I can't wait to open you. Because I didn't receive an email for like so many things this time. Other than the fact that we just got received an email today on when the deadline for Words will be for Decklist, so we can finally book the flight for Words. We still don't know the format of Words, and the Words is literally happening. The deadline for Decklist is in 27 days, and we don't know the format. That is probably the most bullshit thing ever, but I'm also competing for $1 million tournament, 16 people, so can't really complain too much. Okay, so we want a land for sure. Thank you, Marsatolo. I also want fires, so... Do I want that more than the 4th land? That's a good question. No. Yes, I'll play Fabled Passage first. Then I'll play Temple of Triumphs to scry a land on turn. Arena Early Access. Hello, can I be invited to the Arena Early Access? I still didn't receive an email about it. Thanks, Andrea. Alright, temp resolves. Format is Pioneer. I really hope not. I think 1 PT will be enough. Alright, Temple of My Lady. Goes to the bottom. You think Timor Adventure is a real contender in the standard? No, I don't think it's a very good deck. It's very much played, but I don't think it's a very good deck. Oh, Kaboy, I made a mistake. I should have fetched first and then scried. Alright. Words has to be standard. I mean, it could be 2 formats, you know? It could be standard and paper. Nobody has said anything about that. I'm gonna shock here. Would you stream from the US? No, I don't stream from the US. I stream only from this very small room. Chandra Inferno in this deck versus Azorius. Yeah, could be a good card. So I'm gonna play double Fabled Passage. Yes, I am. I'll get it blue and red, so I can cast Cavalier of Gales and Flames. Why do you like Pioneer? I describe Pioneer as a format with lots of aggressive decks, with bad mana bases, so you have to play monocolor. But some of these bad aggressive decks have Mox Emerald. So you basically just have to play monocolor aggro decks. And sometimes you just on the draw and they'll go Lana or Elf. And you have to explode. Basically, it's basically a Sphinx with 4 sides on turn 4. It's very much the same. I think opponent just had like 6 cards in the hand or stuff like that. But it's very diverse, so wizards are happy. And people are happy. But I disagree on the common concept that if a format is diverse, is healthy. I don't think it's like that. I don't think the format diversity has anything to do with the health of the format. I think the play style and the fun and the enjoyment that I found with the game is what makes the format good for me to play. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in cards for Black-Green Adventures. It's gonna be just these two. I don't know about Ether Gas. I'm honestly not a fan of this card. I think this card is good for Embercleave, but yeah, there's like these two slots, they very rarely sideboard them in. I guess this is for Blue-Green Simic Flash and Simic Ramp. Yeah, that's a good, that's a fine, I guess. That's fine. I'm gonna board out Quench and Shimmer. Legend of Runeterra. I don't know. I don't know that game. I only play Magic. I've only played Magic my whole life. I've never played any other game. When I was a kid, I was playing FIFA 98 and Age of Empire. Those were like the only other games that I played when I was a kid. That's it. You may wonder, wait, Mango, you were 5 years old. Why you play FIFA 98? Because, I mean, FIFA is basically the same every year. So me and my brother just had FIFA 98 and we're playing with that. Okay, I want one land. That is enough. Maybe FIFA 99. Was it FIFA 99? The one that says, Atna. Check it out now. The front's up, now. Is that one? Is that 98 or 95 or 99? Also, another, the other great part of FIFA was when it's our EA Sports in the game. Nobody never knew what was saying in those 1 second. Okay, 98. Okay, that's good. So it was 98. It's in all of them? Oh, really? I saw a meme. I mean, I spend my time on computer all the time, so I would basically just spend my time and look at meme all the time. I saw a meme of a guy with the shirt. Let's say I have this shirt, MCQ Rome Galactus. Let's say I have this shirt, and then you give me a present. I open the present and it has the same shirt, like literally the same shirt. And the meme was this guy with written like FIFA 19 here, and then receiving a present, opening the present, and there's FIFA 20 and it's the same t-shirt. And that made me, it was pretty funny because, the two games are very similar. Obviously not the same, but alright. Yeah, I'll get Teferino. Obviously, explaining memes, it's not great. Oh, look at the value from my opponent. Look at all the value from my opponent. Alright, I draw a card. They're not the same. It's like saying iPhone 10 is the same as iPhone 11, but like they're similar. Lavinia in the mirror match. No. You don't want random creatures. Like these weak creatures are not good in constructed. They're good in like vintage or these formats, but that's why I don't like Tide Taker very much. I'm gonna leave that on top. I think it's better than a land. Thoughts on Ulo. Ulo's very powerful. I'm gonna write an article today about it. Do you have iPhone Mango? Yes, I have iPhone 11, and that's probably why I said that. I think I'm gonna need a land. I'm gonna discard these two, and I'm gonna keep the Castle Ventress. This is a good play for my opponent, gaining all the value. Okay, I'll play Sphinx. Smith and Swordmaster, also known as Child of Night. I've never seen this art before. I think I'll draw that. It's not very powerful, but it could be powerful later. You just like Tide Taker in this deck. I do. I'm still playing it because I want to have more games under my belt, but I don't like the Tide Taker. It could be that you just want Legion War Boss. Legion War Boss is... could be that is a good card. In some matchups on the play. Let's say in the mirror match on the play, it could be a good card. Alright, what am I looking for? Probably Fires. Okay, there it is. It's pretty awkward to scry 2 times the same card, but it's fine. So I'm gonna play Fires. Can't play this. I don't feel favored though. My opponent just discarded my whole hand earlier, and they have a Lucky Clover. And they very likely have like a Return to Nature or something to get rid of my Sphinx. Hopefully they don't have Casualties of War. That would be devastating. Uji Fesh matchup. That's a good question. I have Quench, which I think is good in that matchup, but let's scry an upkeep now because we have Fires. If opponent has now Disenchant, that's very smart of them. Alright, can I draw a Cavalier, please? Come on, Cavalier. Grazie. It's not too good though, but yeah, so at least now if they play Casualties of War, I still have a creature. When the lands in my graveyard? 3, okay. So if the Casualties of War here, I think they have to kill a Cavalier. Uro is better than Cox, huh? How do you do with Cavalier of Thorns with this deck? I think the metagame kinda got rid of that. The metagame got rid of my Simic Boar. I strung with Simic Boar one time and I didn't win a game or stuff like that. Like, the deck is... There's just a lot of aggro decks right now. Or just Epic Dawnfall. Like, people are playing Epic Dawnfall. People are playing a lot of Eater Gus. Like, that deck was very good for PTM 7, MC 7, and maybe some like the week after. But other than that, right now, the Simic Ramp. I don't think that the gods are good. There's a lot of hype around the gods, but I don't know. Alright, Aaron 6. Bonefresh Giant wins the game. Sword Blaze e la merda. Alright, Aaron 2. Hopefully they die. Come on, just die. This card doesn't... Yeah, Mr. Curzan, yes. I'm supposed to know about that, but I just forgot. Alright, I really dislike the card Casualties of War. Opponent got it there in their hand forever. This card costs 6.